Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call right here on Pittsburgh CW. Bob Pompiani, Andrew Filipponi with you tonight, and there's the number of the Borders to Borders hotline. Actually, that's not it. That's my name. The number will come up shortly at 412-575-2600. That is where you can call us and air your opinions. Also on Twitter at KDPomp, at The Pony Show. And we'll begin with the Pirates, who today lost again. So that's 3 out of 4 to Milwaukee. They're going to play that team 19 times this season. This was the first meeting. They'll meet again next weekend. And Andrew, they're in a position right now where they could be in jeopardy of falling back into oblivion in this division. They're 5 out right now. They have 3 against the Braves coming up. They also have 4 more against Milwaukee, or whatever the case may be. They got all these games, and they still need pitching help, which leads us to a topic that Andrew has been fighting hard for, and that is Dallas Keuchel, who still is on the market. But tonight
is the night.
Is the night, because you don't have to give him anything in terms of a draft pick or anything. All you have to do is sign a prorated portion of like $18 million. So the question would be, would the Pirates do this knowing that they're desperate and they keep trotting out Broughton Kingham? At some point, you have to make a better choice, and if he's one of them, why wouldn't you?
And let me give you a good reason why I like this, Bob. This is the last year of the Pirates' television deal with AT&T Sportsnet. They're going to go into the market, and for so many teams, that regional sports deal, without boring people with the details, that's where a lot of the big dollars are. And so if you're the Pirates, it's a pivotal time for you. I think spend a little money now to hopefully make money down the road. And if you can re-engage the fan base, the Chris Archer trade was supposed to do that. It didn't work. Okay, this is going to go down maybe possibly as one of the worst trades in modern Pirates history. Here's a chance, I think, to go back and give an olive branch to the fans and say, we do not want to put you through the Stephen Brawl, Nick Kingham merry-go-round. Here's a guy that won the Cy Young Award 4 years ago. He's still available. We will give him top dollar to bring him to Pittsburgh over a place like New York or Atlanta, or maybe one of your division rivals, Bob, like Milwaukee and St. Louis, who are
Don't be surprised, yeah. The Cardinals may be very interested, because it's not unlike them to do something like this, especially if they don't want to engage him long term, and you don't have to do that. It's just for now.
It's a 1-year rental.
Right.
Well, 4-month rental in this case.
The question then would become, why not, given everything that's gone on here? And if you do fall back 8, 9 games, they don't have the kind of team that's going to be able to, scratch back into it. I also want to talk to you, Andrew, about Josh Bell, who is having a tough series this series, no doubt. He's played a lot of games. It leads to the question, having an off day tomorrow, will they have an off day for him on Tuesday? Does he need rest? He wants to play in every single game, which I admire that.
Yeah. I find a lefty to sit him against. I don't think he's as imposing from the right side of the plate. I don't think it's smart in today's baseball. The Pirates have been resting guys for the last 5 or 6 years. It's something Neil Huntington believes in. He'd give Andrew McCutchen a blow when he was red hot. And I saw, Bob, this weekend, I think there were some swings from Josh Bell that reminded me of the guy who was inside his own head. It struggled a little bit with confidence last year. Pitches that he took wild swings at that were not in the strike zone. And that is something long-term I worry about, Bob, because he's a one-man wrecking crew in this lineup. I think it's easy for pitchers to pitch around Josh Bell and make the decision, we are not going to let this guy beat us. And when they do that, who's going to pick up the slack for this team? Who's going to hit in the 5 spot that's going to make pitchers pay for walking Josh Bell? I don't know. I don't see an obvious answer to that question.
No, I don't either. And I think guys like Marte and Polanco have had their moments, but it's far too in between. They're inconsistent. They need to be better and pick up some of the slack here as this team moves forward. But 3 tough games coming up against the Atlanta Braves, whose pitchers in this series have been struggling, but so too have the Pirates. So we're going to see what happens there. We're going to take a break. It's 412-575-2600. That's the number. Tweet us at KDPomp, at The Pony Show. We'll get into that. Also, reminder, join us tonight for the #1 Cochran Sports Showdown. Andrew will be part of that show along with Jason Mackey and Mark Caboli. We have a lot of topics, including the NFL. And down the road, will it get to an 18-game season? Or will they settle for expanded teams in the playoffs? We'll talk about that, too, when we come back with you right here on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, Pittsburgh CW. The Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call is brought to you by Ireland Contracting, putting new roofs on Pittsburgh homes for over 25 years. Call Ireland Contracting at 1-800-NEW-ROOF.